Survivor Gaming, where our motto is good gaming gone bad. And welcome back to what I'm hoping is the final episode of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. So, when we last left off, we'd spent the night at Colonel Sanders' house. We did some game overs, which I wasn't expecting, but you wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decisions on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today's a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Just some jurisdictions isn't even legal, but if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts return when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's Metazealous, no clue. It's Metazealous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that's it. Flatter him. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift in cookery? Take him, flatter him a bit. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eyes as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It could all be happening so quick. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking Academy Learning of Cooking. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got word that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Marami. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials tuned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just so interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you just say skydiving? As if it's a typical first date you go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give her every time to tell your own story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Rami offers support to you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. God damn it! You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? Is that the horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school? But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? Ugh. You've got some nerve, Alvin McField. You suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clutch your fist, but the injury from yesterday mixer disaster accident makes you wince with a pain. Doesn't look like you can go to cooking like that. You might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrived just it appears things are close to boiling over, and naturally, in you to person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Alvin McField, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clearly your passion about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Outward Fealty. I'm more capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as you walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food. See you inside, Albert McFealty. Oh, dude. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you know who she really is, you walk across the crowd to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire, like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warning. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Could you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it, after all! No! I would never do a spell like that! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose quite jelly begins to breathe quickly. Now, I wait to see what happens. I don't want to give any of my own homework. Sprinkles stops in distraction, focused on the room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched up on a chair outside. Sprinkles turns fair and runs to the window of the classroom and begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking furiously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is it even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but by any other squirrel in teary distance, he returns to his professional talent. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings us to an important point. Thank you, McFealty, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see? Before you can go any further, murmur love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I want to be thrown from a plane? Strapped to a stranger? Marvin and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Whirr! But no! You just showed your cool friend Jeff and Joan. J and J, forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Psst, psst. Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date. Psst. Word. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or have a cliff for all I care. Sad beef. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gas from his panel, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Clank, bzz, bzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pale over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think I get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Ooh. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Marami, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad. I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is delicious treasure, so if you know that this breakup is a joke, even it comes to her frustration in such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Mariah brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough to both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop and Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Mariah gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet the Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you're pep talking Marami, you completely miss lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van and the supposed Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've worked on, Albert McFealty's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Albert McFealty, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big in visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I hope you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you the cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Don't ignore it because nothing could burn. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie from just the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no, I could smell it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. Weed? But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are rules! That is it! Except to cook with everything you've got! You step up for a cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just a dish that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Marami has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe, copyrighted, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts to go full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out really smooth special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Mariah first injects ingredients into the itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Bastard Blaster! Van flexes his periodicals and chops and open sea urchins. Let's rock and roll! Ashley scoops of pastry off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets into it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, where did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity. It's a singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and he rolls into the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her use with another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Don't do it the hard way. Don't cheat. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Albert McFealty. Marami notices too.
Aww.
And I've always believed in you, Albert McFealty, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Marami is at your station cheering for you. Marami, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, sure, cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Marami tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Marami flying backwards. The rotary noodles begin to swirl in air, bubbling up a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the Spork Monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate you, Battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills are really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster noticed that you're got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross the magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be top chef, actually. You know what? I was just a little spork pup back in old country. You can feel a spork monster winding up a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stand. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during a scare taxi class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hits. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! No. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon up extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do it. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange, and culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Albert McFealty. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power of you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You are to my inspired monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing the entire life for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with the power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powered up, your chicken pot pie overcooked the oven cannot be served. But don't worry, dear Albert, you've been suffered from setbacks, but it all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. I managed to make the mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, something unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! Well, time expired in the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some student. Pop? Clank? From off screen you hear a pure innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hehe, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Marami, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging from a broom hook by an elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad! It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook. I can feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. Your kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks! Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait till your signature word beep or other omnipotent, but there's none. Somehow Mia's gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves the 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Marami, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Oh, it's so tiny! My word, that is so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sits around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Subliminal. Would anyone else like to taste? Oh, come on now. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I've even had really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it myself. And then the flashing time meal has been hard. Not that it took much, it was less than thimble worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish as much as I love to pour it into you as yours. Rami's overjoyed, she gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Army Fealty, for helping me believe in myself. Van Van, you're up! Now describe your dish. I made udon over smooth egg custard in an Axion urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff at Ewan, but he can't get his nose close on the account of all the spikes. He begins to paw erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine! Grrr! Finally, Sprinkles gets all of his tongue in first, but he can't get past the needle. His reels back as the tongue is pushed to product. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this! It kept poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving a food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not gently go into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This is the last you've heard of me! Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Wow, now describe your dish. I made orange blast from Turkish Delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Get toast in your ears or something, Albert Field. I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, it is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize they were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd gone to the College of Eating School for Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified! Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms out Adler rededicated herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either! If the class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders and Final Cook step up together. 2 chefs! What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. For someone in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in the kitchen, you give me this thing! And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the plate. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around the partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to be transcended to the reality of another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back and in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze up upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declare that you have passed, everyone has passed, and they were supposed to be more battles. But come on, how could there be better than this one? Now the school year is completed, everyone has graduated, the students return to one last assignment to get their groove on. So the cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the students' graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! Ow, ow, ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but was also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it is Spork Monster. He totally mellowed out. Everyone, that Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer everyone to refer by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Sporky. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Mariah romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the barroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who would commend an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam except your diploma, so we had to mail directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh dear. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new one in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of Sandsuck. What? The music of the dance party was by the sound of sparkling electric hissing. It's Clank, who arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I'm Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Rami, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I had just begun to learn who I really am. This is the time to be devoted my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Mariah's maturity. It's pretty clear that she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. What the hell? Howdy, classmates. Just like the first time you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them buckets of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I get to be the most famous chicken man in history for chicken and a man by not reminding people to go and buy my chicken. Buy my chicken. The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting on the edge of the dance floor. Albert Fielding, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is over and running, I'll be ready to take the day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Albert McFeely. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders steps dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Were you able to endure sharing him with his other love, the love of entrepreneurship? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. What? Oh, my dear Albert McFeely, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Aww. Oh, now you guys can see the opening. A Psycho Pop production. I get to show you this because I had to finish out how to do this. Professor Dog. And there we go. That is the end of I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That was an interesting game, but did I do it correct? I don't think I did, but I don't know. Game, was I right? Okay, I think that's the ending. It's at the end. It didn't give any bad endings or anything, so I did good. Alright, guys, well, I'm going to leave I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a figure-looking good dating simulator here. It's actually quite a fun game. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. As always, I'll be tweets, jerks, and them below. I'll leave a link to the game down there if you guys want to play it and try and smooch Colonel Sanders. I'll leave a bunch of good things down there. If you guys like what I do, make sure to flick that bell icon and tap that beautiful subscribe button. Also, make sure to smash that like button. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Colonel